All right. Well, I want to welcome everybody today to the Flaminpit Show. We're a little bit late. We're having some technical difficulties. You know how that goes. I don't want John to have to pull his hair out and then have a haircut like mine, you know. What do you think about that, Johnny?
I'm glad because I don't want that either. I got little hairs left already.
So anyways, I'm so excited that I was able to get Miss Zanara, who's I call her the creator of Afro Divas, and it's in Nashville. So she is giving us the honor of calling in today to tell me about how she got started with the Afro Divas. So welcome to the show, Zanara, and sorry it took us so long to get you on the air, doll.
Hello, thank you so much for having me on, Lisa.
And you're welcome. So tell me about Afro Divas. Where did that come from?
Afro Divas came about in 2011. I was in the process of trying to go natural. I was wanting to leave the relaxers alone, and I started documenting my journey, and that's how Afro Divas came about. I really created the page, like I said, to document my own journey, but it turned into sharing information and empowering women with, beauty information, health, and just, things in general that, have to do with being natural, your health, beauty, and that's how it came about.
Yeah, because when I found it on the site, I'm always scrolling the site looking for good guests and everything, and I thought, well, Afro Divas, it's like, then you see the picture of the girls with the afro, and I always liked the different twists and all that kind of stuff. I never could wear that kind of stuff, even when I had hair. It just looked odd on me. So, what kind of advice do you give people, say, that would like to try that, but they're really nervous about it? Because I know I wanted those twists bad back in the day, but it's just like, no, it doesn't go with my face or something.
Well, what I tell my fans is just to be in tune with yourself. If you want to try twists, if you want to transition from relaxers, first of all, I tell them the harm that relaxers do. Relaxers have been linked to fibroid tumors, and that's commonly known in the black community. And, I just tell, the chemicals that you're putting on your head, it endangers your body. Myself, I suffered from fibroid tumors, not knowing that it could have been linked to relaxers.
Yeah.
And, once before I started transitioning to natural hair, I did a lot of research, and once I found that out, I was like, wow, this relaxer could have caused these tumors I had, because I had 5 big tumors. And so, anyone who's wanting to, try different styles such as twist, I would just tell them, try it and see how it works out, and, just rock it.
Right.
Be in tune with yourself and have self-confidence to be able to be your natural self, because when we enter this world, we come in with natural hair. We don't come in with relaxed hair. So, that's what I tell people.
Right. That's kind of funny, because sometimes, babies come in, their hair's all slick, and the next few months is all nappy.
That's right.
And so you wondered, maybe that was the natural relaxer.
That's right. So, that's, I try to, get my fans to embrace who you are, embrace who the Father made you. Rock your natural hair, because a lot of people ask me, will I look right with natural hair? I said, well, that's how God made you. Why would you not look right with natural hair? We didn't come in this world with a box relaxer. We came in this world with natural hair. Well, rock who you are.
Yeah, cause and the thing is, like, you figure when people say that, it's like, when you say, would you like natural hair, that means you had natural hair before, then you went to the relaxer, now you're worried about if you're going to look all right with it, but think back, you had it before.
Yes, right.
You came with it.
Right.
You think it's probably, a lot of it turns into like a self-esteem, like when people talk about, when you're a little kid and, maybe you don't have the best hair, like in the South, they call it different kinds of hair. You got that good hair, you got the
And I was raised in the South.
I'm from the South too, so I know all that stuff,
Right.
And people have it hard thinking about well, if I go back natural, back to my nappy roots or whatever, you know, what are people going to think of me?
What I tell people, it's all good hair because it's your hair. It's
Right.
all good hair.
Right.
It's just how you choose to do your hair to make your hair good, what products you use to make your hair healthy. But it's all good hair. To me, there's no such thing as nappy hair. You know, it's all good hair. You just have to take care of yourself, eat the right foods to have good hair. A lot of people don't realize in order to have nice hair, you have to eat right.
Right.
You know, to have that nice, luxurious hair on your head.
Well,
you know, it all starts with what you put in your body.
Right.
You know?
And, you know, like you say, people don't eat as healthy, but then the food is not as healthy as it used to be either.
Absolutely.
So people stop eating stuff that they normally would think is healthy because it's not healthy more.
Right.
They're full of pesticides and, you know.
Absolutely. GMOs. I know that you've seen on my page. That's something that I talk about a lot because I am a vegan. I've been a vegan for 3 years now. And, you know, I tell people, you know, the GMOs that's in the food, all these pesticides, it's awful.
Right.
I mean, you don't even know what you're getting. For me, what I do is usually get organic food. You know, I go to the local farmers and, you know, I go to a place called Trader Joe's. And that's basically where I get my groceries from, you know, because you can't trust. You don't know what you're eating, what you're putting in your body these days, you know. Food production ain't like it was 20 years ago. It's all injected now with hormones, pesticides, you know, and all kind of crap.
Yeah, because I'm a farm girl and everything was fresh. You know, they come over and they spray it once, but that was just like one time to kill off everything. I think they must spray about 1,000 times now.
Yeah, they do it over and over, yes.
Yeah, because it doesn't come from our country anymore. It's coming cross seas, you know, overseas where they have to spray it for everything.
It's so true. It's just horrible, you know. You don't even know what you're getting these days. You know, you think you're eating healthy and you're not. So much processed food. The stuff they put in it is ridiculous, you know. And then you got the fast food restaurants. God knows you don't know what you're getting from them.
I know. Baby mice in your Chinese food.
I just saw something just on Facebook.
I know. Somebody posted.
A little bit of pie.
Yep. Somebody posted that and I reposted it because it was hilarious because when you eat Chinese food, you know, people always make the joke about the dogs and the cats. And then there was another posting where they actually had rats that they shipped in and they were skinning them. And then they stir fry them and they look like chicken.
Right. I tell people, me being a vegan, you know, it was the right choice for me. I was approaching the big 4-0, and I didn't want no health problems. I just wanted to try. You know, I was on the verge of having high cholesterol, high blood pressure, and everything, and it changed me being a vegan.
Well, you know, that's one of the things that people, I guess down south, they automatically think, you know, everybody's high cholesterol, high blood pressure, all that because of the foods they eat, everything is fried.
Right.
So how does being a vegan, first explain what a vegan is for the people that don't know. What is a vegan?
A vegan, there's different types. I chose to be a vegan. The type of vegan I am, it's a plant-based diet, no animals.
Okay.
I don't do dairy. I don't do, nothing is dealing with animals.
Oh, so
it's just straight plant-based.
So,
and that's what it is. So no meat, no dairy, none of those things. It's just straight plant. I'm 80% raw, and then the other percentage is, you know, baked or, you know, steamed, and you know.
Okay.
And for me, what I do, I do veggies. I get a lot of my protein from beans, different beans, lentils. I do a lot of kale, you know, and you know, people, they think you're supposed to just have meat in your diet, but if you look at it, the Father, He put all these different plants on the earth for a reason. You know, you get a lot of protein from a lot of veggies, and people don't even realize it. You can get so many proteins from a plant. And, you know, I just, you know, I try to, what I do on my page is I offer, you know, a lot of solutions, you know, if you want to try to transition. Or actually, I just 2 months ago we did a vegan challenge for 30 days, where, you know, people signed up and they did no meat, and they felt good and lost weight.
Right.
Yeah.
That, one of the main things is the red meat that people talk about, but
yeah, absolutely.
But it's so many people that say they can't eat a meal without meat. I'm the opposite too. I mean, I don't eat all veggies, but I can do without meat too, any kind of meat. But you know, when you start naming off the greens, like you say kale and stuff like that, it's like, how many black people eat kale? Because
let me tell you, honey, I never ate no kale until I became a vegan.
I know.
I was always a collard green.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Let me tell you, I love kale better than I love collards.
Get out of here.
It's so good to me. I eat kale. Honey, I just had some kale this morning in a smoothie.
What?
I love kale. I cook it for people, and I can turn other people on to it. They said, girl, I never would have known this was some good stuff like this. You know, kale for us, especially coming from the South.
Right.
They had it on ice to decorate the other stuff in the South.
Yeah, they use that as a decorator. Like people use lettuce base, they put kale because it's pretty green. Man, they'd be they like, don't eat that. That's the decoration.
Kale has more nutrients in it than collards. It's that high in vitamin C, and it is so good. Yes,
I wouldn't know that either, because when I look at it, all I think about is yuck. And then you talking about putting it in a smoothie, I'm like, double yuck. I can't drink all that green stuff.
You're gonna have to try to fix it. Using it.
Maybe I'll make one and I'll post it on Facebook, and it'll be just for you. I'll be like, okay, look.
Okay.
Now, what do I put in a kale smoothie?
With a kale smoothie, what I did this morning was 1 cup of kale and a banana and almond milk, and that's what I had.
So the almond milk, the almond milk sweetens it.
Well, kind of. Some mornings I might use just water. It just depends on, you know, what I have taste for, you know. But this morning I did a half a cup of almond milk and organic. You know, everything I try to implement in my diet is organic. You know, I try to, you know, that's just my choice, you know.
Right.
Because, you know, I don't trust all the other mess, you know. So, you know, I just feel more safer eating organic things.
Now,
and, that's what I did.
Because now I also saw an article, and there was a food show or something I saw when the guy said, you know, just because it's organic doesn't always mean it's good for you either. What do you think about that?
And that's true too. You know, you just have to, you know, trust your resources. And, you know, for me, you know, I do shop a lot at Trader Joe's, but when I get a lot of organic stuff, I try to go to local farmers, because, you know, the small farmers, you know that they're not doing all that stuff. You know, when you go to these big farmers, I think that's when you might doubts in your head. Well, is they going to really do, is this really what I'm getting? You know, the greedy farmers, I guess I can call them that, you know. But they
got to make their money.
Deal with locally people.
Yeah. Because when you think about people like the hair follicles and everything, do you talk about vitamins and, you know, different things like that people take? Or what about people putting like mayo on their hair and, you know, stuff like that?
That's a good protein treatment. Actually, I just did a mayonnaise conditioner treatment I posted on my page maybe about a month ago. Mayonnaise is good, you know. If you have natural hair, it's good if you have relaxed hair, because it provides protein for your hair. So that's pretty good. And then if you think about it, our grandmothers and mothers, that's what they used on our hair. We didn't have all these products we got now. They whooped up something in the kitchen and put it in your hair, and you went on.
Well, I know. You know, yeah, my grandmother always, she would have like, I remember us using Crown Royal forever, and I remember like, to put on our skin, like if you didn't have, like I don't remember ever having hand lotion, she would have like Tala. Tallow or Vaseline, but mostly tallow. And when I tell that story, people crack up because I said, no wonder the dogs was chasing me all the time. They was smelling that bacon grease. It was the runoff from all the meat. Now, people put mayo in your hair. I mean, to me, I've seen people do it, and to me, I just think it's the grossest thing because, I mean, it makes me happy that I'm bald. when you have to start thinking.
But you do have alternatives if you can't afford it, because they still the same with natural hair products. They got something called organics, and this mayonnaise, But you paying $10 for it. Why not go in your kitchen and get your own mayonnaise and whip your own natural products up?
Well, I guess
stayed at $10.
Yeah, and I guess on the good side of that, you can make a sandwich and do your hair at the same time. You can save that money. I can go and have lunch, make up a little sandwich, and what's left over, I can throw on my hair.
Yeah.
But so it's
save a lot there.
Yeah, I mean, you can make it a dual purpose. I saw some girls putting motor oil on their body to tan. I thought that was ridiculous. I had never seen that before.
My good gracious. now I think I'll go there for now.
That's what I'm saying.
Coconut oil on my body.
Mm-hmm.
I refuse to use lotions with all the parabens and stuff in, and I try to use natural products on my body.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very mindful what I put in my body and what I put on my body.
Because everything you put on it will soak into it.
That's right.
That's the way I see it. It goes right through your pores into it, and so it's going to mingle with everything else that's already in there.
That's absolutely true, right? Mm-hmm.
Oh, my goodness. But now, the pictures that you post of all the different girls and the different hairstyles, are those models, or are those just people or where do you get those pictures from? Because I've seen some beautiful hairstyles on there.
I work. I mean, I'm the only administrator over Afro Divas. I don't have no assistant helping me. It's just me. And what I do, I just surf the internet and I find those pictures. And, I have resources where I've found a couple of sites that let me, use their pictures. And that's how I get them. And on Tuesdays, actually today is called TWA Tuesday. That's where
Teeny Weeny Afro.
Photos into me, and they're rocking their TWA, which is
Teeny Weeny Afro.
We call it Teeny Weeny Afros. People who have did the big chop and their hair is growing out, and they send photos in to me. And on Friday, I have something called Fabulous Fridays, where people send pictures in however they're rocking their fro.
Right.
And so on those days, I get pictures from the fans. I try to, my fans is what make me. So, I try to, implement them in on Afro Divas too, because without the fans, it wouldn't be no Afro Divas.
Right. Because I saw one girl, she had the really short blonde hair, and I said, that reminded me of me before I went bald. I had cut my hair real short, and I wore waves, and it was yellow blonde. It was so pretty. It was so pretty. And then one day I got tired of that, and I told my hairdresser to cut it, and she didn't use the right head on the clippers, and she was like, oh, I cut too much. And when I looked, I was like, yeah, that's it, keep going. And from that point,
the wild child.
I know, I told you I got it, girl. I said I got it tattooed on my arm, wild child. But I told her, cut it until I say stop. And from that point on, I started going bald, and I loved it ever since. And my siblings called me the original wild child. So when I got a tattoo, I had them write that on my arm, wild child.
I want to need you to send a photo in so I can post on Afro Divas too.
Oh, snap. You want to see all my tats too? Oh, my goodness. But now, with you being in Nashville and it's so hot down there, do you find people have problems? Like the other day I was reading that someone said they tried a process or something and they got a lot of frizz. Do you find people come to you for issues about the frizz? Because I know it gets hot down there in the summer.
It does. And, I tell people that's just something that we're not going to be able to control. It just comes with having natural hair.
Yeah.
Right now today, I ran this morning. I got a big old afro. My hair is just blew out, honey. And it's 70 degrees today, and here I am with this big afro.
Oh.
That's just something you have to embrace. I mean, you have to take it or leave it, and that's just part of having natural hair. That's what I tell people.
Well, because I know I'm from the South, and I refuse to go down there in the summer because it's too hot. My head will fry. Woo! I have to wear a scarf the time down there because I told y'all trying to turn my brains into scrambled eggs because it's just too hot.
Yeah, it gets real hot, and I'm originally from Alabama, so it gets hot.
Yeah, but at least they have beaches. I'm from Arkansas. They don't have any beaches.
Okay.
And one of my neighbors from up here had moved down to Mobile, and she showed us pictures of them out on the beach. And I said, "Look at that! See, you out on the beach, and the sun was so hot. Her husband had this frown on his face." I said, "I know he burning up because it was hot."
It gets hot.
And I can't take it. And today we wish we had some 70s because I think we're like getting close to 50, and we just be jumping for joy waiting to get some warmth.
I know a good friend of mine, shout out to Faye. She lives in Saginaw. I believe I'm pronouncing it right.
Yep, Saginaw.
And the story she tell me, all the snow y'all get. I don't want to be there.
Yep, that's about.
It's cold.
When it does get cold, it's cold. But I like because we do get different seasons. And what I always tell my siblings down south, you guys just have 2 seasons, hot and hotter. But they're all from Michigan too. They just end up moving back down south, so they know the difference in the weather. But I don't have to worry about, the frizz and, all that kind of stuff. All I have to worry about is when it's so hot, I got to put a hat on. And when it's too cold, I have to put a hat on. And anything else, I'm in between. So now, for the people that don't know, where are you located? I know you're in Nashville, but, give us a location so you might get some more people calling up for some info.
I actually don't have no location. I'm just working out of my home right now.
Oh, okay.
At the time.
Well, and you just cited on Facebook, and you have a blog.
I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. It's Curly Girl Zanara on Instagram. I'm on Twitter, Afro Divas on Twitter, and I have a blog. It's divasblogspot.com.
Yeah.
And I also have a page for little girls. It's called Kitty Curls.
Oh, how
and my
cute.
5-year-old is featured on that page.
Oh, so she's a little kitty girl.
Yeah, she's a little kitty girl.
Oh.
Kitty girl.
That's so cute.
Yeah.
And so now when you said you had started this, it was just started out from you, and now look how it's blossomed. Now everybody's following in your footsteps.
I never imagined this one. Like I said, when I first started, it was only to document my own journey. My 5-year-old is actually the one who named Afro Divas.
Oh.
When I started out, I said, I don't want to use my name. I need to come up with a name, And my 5-year-old said, I want us to call it Afro Divas. So
now what she know about a diva?
My 5-year-old.
Yeah, like what she know about a diva?
She was 3 then. Right? She come up with it.
That's too funny.
Okay, so it's been very successful. I thanks to her.
Right. When you guys become rich and famous, you'd be like, she's the one.
She's the one. And a couple of months ago, she came to me. She said, "You got Afro Divas. I want a page." I said, "Well, what you want your page the name to be?" She said, "Kitty Curls." I said, "Well, we'll do it then."
Oh my goodness! You got to have a little entrepreneur at 5 years old. So when you get when you get rich and famous, she'll be like, my cut now.
I helped you.
Yeah. Well, my cut. Oh my goodness. Well, I want to thank you for taking the time to, talk and live through our little minor glitch this morning. And we will have this page posted like soon as John get it together. It'll be posted on Facebook, and then it'll eventually get up on YouTube. And when you see it on Facebook, you're welcome to share it around. And anybody that don't have Facebook, they can go to YouTube and pick it up. But I have had so much fun today.
Me too. Thank you so much, Lisa, for having me on, and please have me on again.
I will do that.
And thanks, John, for fixing everything.
Well, hopefully it's taken care of here. It's just the computer world, man. Everything goofs up at the most inappropriate time. So
I
I
think
apologize for that.
Technology, that's technology.
I tell you, that technology is not all that high tech as we think it is. Well, just keep me posted, doll, if you have like any other new things coming up, and you know I can get you on again. I'm booked till September, but we can do a 1 o'clock show, which would be 12 o'clock your time. So just keep me posted. I'll be talking to you on Facebook. And
Thank you, Lisa.
all right, well, you have a good one.
You too. Bye. Have a great day. Bye.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
So anyways, we got the glitch out. We did the show today. So next week, I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing the show. I have an open slate right now. So I usually tell everybody who's going to be on next week, but right now I'm not even sure. So watch Facebook or whatever, and if you see me here next week, I'll have the same smile on my face. So in saying that, this is Flaminpit, and we're out.